Good morning and happy Monday. So last week I made a video talking about nobody's coming as far as like chasing your dreams. And that was only the beginning of my journey as far as like football goes. So one thing that I request you guys to do, if you do like content like this, please leave a comment and just tell me like what exactly what you like about it, or do you want more content like that, or are you looking for something a little bit different? Because I want to make sure that I'm actually providing you value for the things that you want, and not just like telling you a story and tying it into something that's hard, just because we're men. So do me a favor, just leave in the comments, like, do you like stuff like this? Do you want to know about more difficult, how to get through difficult situations? And if that's the case, I can provide you plenty more, because I can promise you this: as you start to learn a little bit more about me, and I teach you things about unlocking your mind and how it relates to fitness and things, you'll notice that one thing that things that I'll tell you are things that I've gone through. Like, there will be nothing that ever comes out of my mouth that I'm telling you that I watched on a YouTube video that I didn't experience for myself. Because I can tell you this: I've had a hard life, and this hard life has actually given me the life that I have now. But I need to show you how I endured it in order for just to feel happier and healthier. It's not always about money. It's more about the quality of life, and are you happy with what you've done up to this point, and are you content with moving on the same path that you've already done. So in the last video, I talked about high school and how I spent 2 years, and I surpassed, I passed up everybody that I played. People have been playing since middle school and pee-wee together, and I came in, and within 2 years I figured out, I ran through 3 different positions. I figured out what my position was, and I ended up getting a scholarship to go to college in a matter of 2 years. Now, that may not seem like like the greatest thing, but to me, that was everything, coming from a kid who had never even watched football before, and then getting the opportunity to go over 1,000 miles away to play a sport that I just started learning about. So the second part of this story is junior college. Now, this is the part of the journey where it's like it's make or break. Now, this was the pivotal part of my journey, to where when I tell you that you're going to be all alone, I absolutely mean it. Now, when I got to college, I was 17, about to turn 18 years old, because I was born in August, so my birthday was a little bit late. So I was actually in college at 17 years old for the summer, and I had two choices. I could go to West Alabama, which I was from Alabama, so that's just right up the street, and I wasn't really feeling that. Because me being a person that I love video games and I love adventure, RPG games. So I'm always looking for the adventure. So, and the last offer I got was from a junior college in Kansas. And that's essentially all the offers I had, because everybody else that came in to see me, I had so many schools to come in and see me, and they all said the same thing: you're too little. And I'm like, I don't know how big you're supposed to be to play defensive line, but I think I did a pretty good job in high school, but obviously I was just too little. So what I needed to do, and I got the best advice from my coaches, is they said, go to junior college for a couple of years, get bigger, then go to a D1 school. And I said, I can do that. So I said, my adventure starts now. So from Alabama, I went almost 1,000 miles away to Kansas. And this is the epitome of being all alone. There's nobody here. And the first thing, and before my dad left me or dropped me off at the airport, he said, do the best you can. Now, this may seem like general advice, but it's not. Some of the best advice you could possibly have. Mainly because if you are on the right path, or you are on the path of chasing after your dreams, that is the best advice you can get, because only you can define what your best is. And your best is what's going to help you sleep good at night, or it's going to help you give you nightmares, because only you know when you do your best. So going out there, being by yourself, if you're going to go and put yourself through the punishment, you have to do your best. It's not a question. There is absolutely no bigger waste of time than to go somewhere with the opportunity and then not give everything that you have, because you don't know if that's going to be your last opportunity. So getting to college, I make it to college, and I've been working out the whole summer. I'm 210 pounds, and I'm living off the high of being a starter and earning a scholarship and being one of the few people who actually got to go somewhere in my school. So I get there, and I go with somebody that an old teammate from high school, and within 2 weeks he leaves because he doesn't want to be there. So I'm there all by myself with 60 other guys from different parts all over the world. Oh, sorry, all over the states. And then we find out, I can't remember, but we find out that there is a 12-man out-of-state rule. So essentially what that means is out of the 60 some odd people that are that were there, we were all fighting for 12 positions because everybody else had to be from the state of Kansas. So I'm all the way in Kansas. I'm fighting for one of the 12 positions. I'm 210 pounds trying to play defensive tackle. And you will probably already know where this is going. I don't make it. I get there, and pretty much everybody's there they're touching on 300 pounds already, and I have absolutely no chance. So I have to grind. I got red shirted, and I have to go to work. So what I did was the only thing that I knew how to do was work out, and I worked out and I worked out and I worked out, and I went from maybe 215 pounds to 230 pounds, and I'm feeling pretty good. I come back the next year, and I'm doing really good. I'm like having rotations with the first team. I'm pretty much a starter at that point. And maybe 3 weeks into fall ball, before they choose the roster, there was a guy. He transferred from like a big D1 school back to down to junior college. I'm not sure why, but he was a specimen. Like, the dude was 6'3", 260 pounds, and here I am, 5'11", 230 pounds, trying to play defensive tackle. So, one thing led to another. This is my second year in school, and I then find out that, we go and we look at the roster, and, we have first, second team for defensive end, D tackle, defensive tackle, D end. So we have 4 slots going across the field, and we have to fill those in. So I'm looking for my name. No D tackle, not second team, not third team. No D tackle, not second team, not third team. And at that moment in time, like, I couldn't see anything. My eyes started filling with tears, and I'm like, I've been here for 2 years, and I haven't seen the field yet. Like, what am I supposed to do? I've done everything that I could possibly do, and I still didn't get to touch the field. So at this point, like, you got a choice to make. I did the only thing I could do. I had to get out of there because everybody's standing over this piece of paper looking for the name, and I was one of the first ones there because I just knew that I had that position, and I didn't. And my brain just started spinning around in circles, and I couldn't even think straight. I just had to leave. And I went and I ran home, and I called my mom and my dad, and I'm like, I didn't make the team. I've been here for 2 years. I did everything that I was supposed to do, and I still didn't make the team. Now, what am I supposed to do? It's a junior college. I'm only supposed to be here for 2 years, and I'm stuck. And I had the biggest decision that I had to make. What am I gonna do? So I cried until I couldn't cry anymore. Like, I'm like still making ugly faces, and like nothing's coming out. And my dad said, "You want to play football, right?" I'm like, yes, sir, I want to play football. He's like, "Stay up there and do the best you can." There it goes again. Like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know what that is. Only I could have defined that. And that was the pivotal part in my life. It made everything after that more bearable, just because I had to endure that. I came back my third year at a 2-year school, and as soon as I made that decision and I said that I was going to do it, I was so scared. Because I was so scared that I said that I'm closer to a linebacker size. I had never played linebacker before in my life. Granted, my career was only like 4 years at that point. So the only thing that I really knew was defensive tackle. But I said, I'm closer to a linebacker size than I am a defensive tackle. The reason why I can't make it is because I'm too light. I'm 250 pounds. And I'm going against people 300 plus pounds. And I'm like, I'm doing everything that I can do. I've done what you asked me to do. I'm stronger than almost everybody on this team, and yet I still haven't touched the field. And it takes everything for me to just like go, and I'm trying to play linebacker and I can't do coverage. I don't know anything about coverage, and I can't get power with my hands off the ground. I'm like, I need to touch the ground so I can hurt somebody. And coach told me to come back. And I did. And when I came back, I spent that whole summer giving it absolutely everything that I had. And in the back of my mind was, what am I going to do if I don't make the team this time? You're telling me that I spent 3 years in the junior college and I'm going to go home with my tail tucked between my legs because I didn't get chosen after 3 years. So that either means that I suck or something really is horrible is going on. I came back and I gave it everything I had. And I came back to that next season and I was 270 pounds. I was as big as I had ever been. I was as strong as I had ever been. And I was more dedicated than I'd ever been. And nobody was there to make me do that. Nobody. Only I was able to determine that that's the path that I wanted in my life. And I was not gonna, be there for 3 years and not give it everything I had if this was my last chance. And I came back stronger than I had ever been before. I was bench pressing 400 pounds. I was squatting 600 pounds, power cleaning 350 pounds. Like, this was absolutely amazing for me because I did it myself. There was no coach standing over me, making me go to the gym day after day after day after day with nothing to look forward to but practice. But I did it myself, and I came back, and that was literally all I needed. I made the team, and I ended up I had 60 some odd tackles, so many sacks. I got all conference, and I ended up going D1 after 3 years of pain. So this is, nobody's coming. The thing is, you have to figure out your own way of handling life. Because what I can tell you from experience of 40 years of life, almost 41, is that there is never going to be anybody that's going to care about your life and your dreams more than you. And because you know that, you have to take everything that you have inside of you to go after it, whatever it is that you want. It all depends on you. And what going after your dream does is it changes your life. And I'm going to tell you how. And, some people may not agree with me, but this is my truth. The moment you go after your dreams and you follow through with them, it gives you the blueprint for the rest of your life. Because you know exactly how to get through the pain, the suffering, and everything in between, because it all came from in here. You didn't look for anything from exterior because there was nothing. Everything that you are, everything that you will be, always comes from here. And it's necessary for men to go through that as fast as possible, as early as possible. There's still time now. But the thing is, we are running out of time. So if you have a dream in your heart, something that you want to go through, just be prepared, because there is not going to be a single person there to push you more than you want to push yourself. I can guarantee you that. And you almost have to have almost the delusion to help numb you from the pain of suffering every single day until you get to the point to where you want to get to. I can't tell you where it came from. All I had in my head is I wanted to be a football player. And I did everything that I had to do in order to get there. And it was the most painful thing that I ever had to do in my life. But it was also some of the happiest days of my life, because when you finish, you look back and all this stuff that you conquered and how you looked, and there was nobody. There was you and your thoughts. And your thoughts and something that you created within your head helped you get through that. And you cannot buy that from anywhere, because all of us are unique and we have our own unique way of handling situations. So I encourage you, if you are going to chase a dream, be prepared to handle a lot of pain. And one thing is when you chase your dream, you have to take the timeline out of it, because we all follow our own paths. What you're doing is you're preparing. And as you prepare, you go through the same motions every single day, regardless of the situation, because this is your life and not anybody else's. You're preparing, and you're always preparing. And the only thing that you're doing is preparing for your opportunity, and your opportunity is just flying right there, but you have to raise to the level high enough to even hit that opportunity. And once you hit it, it's going to be the most massive explosion ever. But each and every time that you do that, it reinforces who you are as a person and as a man. And that's something that you can't buy from a book. You can't read about it. You can only live it. So if you are here right now and you're listening to this, don't wait, because your dream is going to take a lot longer than you think it is, because not only are you going to have to chase a dream, but you're going to have to deal with the mental issues of picking yourself back up each and every time you fall, because you're going to fall a lot. But when you make it through, like, nothing else matters, man, because you got that format. You got the blueprint to do it over again, and to do it over again, and to do it over again. The most painful part is the first time. It's repeatable. You just gotta do it the first time. But this is my Monday morning. I hope that, the information that I give you guys, gives you a little bit of boost for the day. These things are like personal stories, and if this is too much or too intense, hey, let me know. And the reason why, and I'll always say this, the reason why I take this approach is not because fitness in itself is not difficult. It's just hard to do over a long period of time. And the reason why it's hard to do over a long period of time is because it's something in here. It has nothing to do with the plan. And that's why I take this approach. You can buy all the plans you want to. They ain't gonna work better than what's working in your brain. So, happy Monday. I hope you guys got something from this. If you like this kind of content, please just let me know, or just let me know what other kind of stuff that you guys like, because I'm doing this for you guys. But, I feel that, since I had a pretty tough life, and I feel like I have a dope ass life, I feel like I landed on top, even though I'm not like a millionaire or anything like that. Chasing your dreams is, I think that made me who I am, even though, I seem like a normal person, but I have a lot of excitement on the inside because I'm always going after something. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, a great week, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace.